Hey students, welcome to the lesson on applications of vectors day 1. I'm going to walk you through the first 3 examples in your notes. So have your calculator handy and make sure that it is in degree mode. So our first example talks about 2 draft horses pulling on a tree stump with forces of 200 and 300 pounds. And the angle between the forces is 65 degrees. So on my screen you will see, if you don't know what a draft horse is, it's a big horse and they're using it to pull the tree stump out of the ground. So we're going to solve this problem by making 2 vectors. One with 200-pound force and one with 300-pound force. And the angle in between them is 65. The first part wants the magnitude of the resultant force. And remember, resultant from last week is the sum of these 2 forces. So you go to the end of one force. Let me change my color. You're going to go to the end of one force and add the other force to the end of it. And then remember, we connect the initial point to the end of the terminal point, and the solid red line is your resultant force. They want to know how long the resultant force is, the magnitude. So our problem with this triangle is that we don't have a 90-degree angle. So we go back to the law of sines and cosines that we learned in Unit 7. We have an angle 65 here in the corner. We need this angle. In order to find this angle, you're going to think about the shape that we have created. This is a parallelogram. And what you should remember about the parallelogram is that, let me draw the parallelogram back. So the parallelogram, the angles add up to 180 degrees. So this angle in the corner is 115 degrees. So 65 and 115 add to 180. They're supplementary. Now we're going to use that angle and the law of cosines to find the length of the resultant force, because this is a side angle side triangle. So here's the work for that. Remembering our law of cosines formula. Write in all of our missing information. The 300 and the 200 are the side lengths, and the angle is the new angle that you found over in the corner. Putting that into our calculator, should get this answer. Take the square root, so x is 425.1 pounds. This is the length, the magnitude of this vector, but we say that it is in pounds because there are 2 forces being applied on this tree stump here. So this is the little tree stump. Now we want to know the angle between the resultant and the 300 pounds. So I'm going to make this in green. This angle in green is what you are looking for. So in order to do that, we need law of sines. So you're going to say sine of 115 over 425.1 is what you found in the last section, equals sine of A over 200. We don't know this angle, so I named it A. Inverse sine because we're trying to find an angle. Putting this in your calculator. Our angle measurement is 25.2 degrees. That is this angle right here. Now, if it went on to ask you what the other angle was here in this other corner that I've labeled in pink, you could, with your calculator, do 65 minus 25.2 degrees and get 39.8 degrees. These angles are not congruent to each other. So the resultant force does not cut that angle in half. And that is how you work example 1. Now we'll work through example 2, and it works very much like example 1, except instead of horses pulling on a trunk, we have 2 forces acting on a hook. So our 2 forces, which are vectors, have magnitudes of 125 newtons and 300 newtons. The angle in between these forces is 45 degrees. So in order to find the resultant, which is another word here for total, that's what it's asking you for. It's wanting the resultant. You're going to go to the end of one vector, add the other vector to the end of it, and then draw your resultant. The question is wanting what is the magnitude of the solid red line. Very much like the last problem, we have 45 degrees in one corner. This shape is essentially a parallelogram. Parallelograms, their corresponding angles add to 180. So the angle in this corner will be 135. Once you have that information, it has created a side angle, side triangle. And we're going to use law of cosines to solve for the magnitude and solve for x. I'm going to erase. So x squared equals filling in my 2 sides into the law of cosines formula. Using my calculator, get this answer, take the square root, and x is 398.3 newtons, which means the resultant is 398.3 newtons. That is the magnitude or the length of that resultant vector. Now this example does not ask for the angle that makes up 45, so we do not have to show that work on this one. The last example for example 3, we're going to find the component form. So I'm going to draw the angle. South of west is going to give you this angle. That's going to be 30 degrees. Make your triangle that looks like the bow tie. There's a 90-degree angle. So in this problem, we're not going to use law of sines and cosines. It's wanting to know what this x value is, the horizontal component, and the y value is for the vertical component. Now this goes back to our packet from last week. In order to find the horizontal component, you will do cosine of 30 x over 100. And sorry, I did not label my vector here. Length 100 miles per hour. So speed is going to be the same thing as your magnitude. Multiplying 100 on both sides, x will be 86.6. And then to find the y value, the vertical value, you'll use sine. Multiply 100 on both sides, and you get 50. Now, in order to write the component form, think about what quadrant you're in. You are in the third quadrant, so both of these values need to be negative. So component form for this problem will look something like this. That ends today's lesson. Your job is to practice the practice problems, and I will post the answer key to those on your page.